Okay, guys, we're gonna start off with a joke today. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. This is kind of a math teacher joke.
Oh.
Yeah. So, no, bro.
It's still gonna be awesome.
Okay. Everybody ready? If you're cold in a math classroom, where should you stand?
The corner, because it's 90
No.
degrees.
Repeat it louder, please.
The corner, because it's 90 degrees.
Huh? Okay, everybody on three. Collective groan. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, good job. Good work.
Okay. So, if I have a line here, right?
Because he probably looks it up
He
online.
looks up math jokes online. He tells his friends.
Joke. Okay, so if this is a
Just
line,
wanted to see
right?
what they-
We've talked about how it's two planes intersecting, right?
Yeah.
And we just talked about how this is 90 degrees, so it's a right angle. If I take a line and go like that, what do we call the angle on this side of the paper and on that side of the paper? Someone said it. Complementary, right? They're complementary angles. So complementary angles add up to yes, 90 degrees.
180.
Those are
So if complementary adds up to 90, supplementary adds up to 180. Awesome. Okay. So let's look at example 1 here. We're given that angle A and angle B are supplementary. So what did we just discuss that means? They add up to 180 degrees, right? Okay, how about angle A and C? We're given that they're complementary. What does that mean? Equals 90 degrees. Okay? So now we're instructed to find the measure of angle A, the measure of angle B, and the measure of angle C. How do you guys want to start this one? Draw it out. Okay, we can draw it out. So you have A, I think, right? Yeah. A, B, and then C's over here. Kind of. Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be at the Metropolitan, in a couple weeks. You guys can go see my show, art show. No.
I don't know. I don't think anyone knows what
I was
the
also-
Metropolitan is.
It's in New York.
Yeah, the MoMA.
I know what it is.
You
but I
don't know
Didn't
what
we
the
watch
MoMA
a
is?
video in like
Yeah,
Mickey
in
Mouse
the
Soup
6th
Luncheon?
grade we read a book about
Okay, so, Eli, what were you gonna do? You had your hand up.
I was just gonna do if A is supplementary, then X has to equal 180 degrees, right?
So if angle A and angle B are supplementary,
Yeah.
then what?
Then X has to equal 180 degrees.
Does X have to equal? Because the measure of angle A is
Oh.
X, right?
Oh, are they saying that like angle A plus angle B equals
Yeah, these are
something?
all
Oh.
three part of, like Christopher had his dude draw a picture. They're all three part of the same.
Okay.
But you're right on. So you have X. What's the measure of angle B? X plus 40, right? So it's kind of like your substitution property. If measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B, we'll write that, angle A plus measure of angle B equals 180, substitute in what angle A and what angle B are. You have X and X plus 40 equals 180. Now what? Abby, what do you think? Combine like terms. Awesome. 2x plus 40 equals 180. Subtract 40. 2x equals 140. So x equals 70. So what does that tell us? If x equals 70 degrees, what do we know now? The measure of angle A is 70 degrees, right? Okay. How about measure of angle B? What's that? 110 degrees. Okay, do those check out? 110 plus 70, what's that? 180, right? Supplementary angles. Okay, measure of angle C over here. What do you think that is? 20. Plug in 70 for x. 70 minus 50 equals 20. Now does that check out? 20 and 70, is that 90?
Where did you get the 20?
Where did I get the 20 from? So, since we know that x is 70, right?
Yeah.
Measure of angle C is x minus 50, so I substituted in 70 for x. Anybody have any questions? So, an angled bisector splits an angle into two congruent angles. So we're given that ray BT bisects angle ABC. So what does that mean? What does that tell us? Al?
That angle ABT and angles ABC are equal.
And why is that?
Because if it bisects, it means that it splits it right down the middle.
Exactly right. T, B, C. So everybody hear that? So what we have is we have this ray is bisecting this angle. It's splitting the what's left of the pizza into two equal parts. Okay, there's the ghost again. Okay, so what would we do now? Jaden?
Plug in like 5x minus 17 for the ABT, and then 3x plus 14 for TBC.
All right. And what property is that? Substitution. Now what do we do? Solve. Exactly. Subtract 3x. Minus 3x. We have 2x. Minus 17 equals 14. Add the 17. 2x equals 31. X, we divide by 2, x equals 15, whoops, 0.5. Are we done?
No,
No. Why not?
we gotta plug in 15.5.
Do we though?
Oh.
It's just asking for the value of x.
Oh, okay.
But what Eli said is exactly right. If they asked us for one of the angles, then you'd plug x in, and you'd get the angle. But for this one, we don't have to do that. Anybody have any questions on this? So you guys have seen linear pairs before. What is a linear pair? Break it down. Oh, Jared? A line. Yes. What's special about it though?
It's also two rays.
What, can you repeat that louder? I'm sorry, I didn't quite
It's
catch.
also two rays.
No. A linear pair is two angles. So if you want two angles to form a line, right, your root word of linear and line, what would that be? Joe? 180 degrees. So if two angles form a linear pair, then the measures of the angles sum, which means add up to 180 degrees. think of a speedometer, right? Like an old tiny speedometer that's just like the half moon, right? Okay. So if your needle is here, you're going like probably 45, 50 miles an hour, right? This angle would be a certain measure, and this angle is a certain measure, and they add up to this line. If you're going this fast, you get a ticket, but you're also, you have, forget that, right? You have that angle and that angle, they still add up to 180. So wherever that arm is, each side of it will add up to 180. So one pair. Any questions? Awesome. Okay, vertical angles. If two angles are vertical angles, then they have equal measures. So you see how this angle is on top of that angle? That's a vertical angle. This angle over here is on top of this angle, right? If you flipped it, kind of. So those are vertical angles. Basically, vertical angles occur when two lines intersect. They have to be straight lines, and you have these two angles will be congruent, these two will be congruent. Are there any vertical angles in that picture?
No.
No. Why not?
Great.
Exactly. So there's not a straight line here, right? This line's kind of broken. So this angle will not be the same as that angle. Same here. Okay. Any questions? So what are we looking at here? This mark here and that marker, what does that mean? Jared?
They're both congruent.
They're both congruent, right? This angle is the same as that angle. Okay? How about what's common between those two? What did we just learn? Vertical angles, right? You have a straight line, a straight line. So this angle is 112. What does that tell us about this angle? It's 112. What does that tell us about B? 112, right? Why is that, Allie? Because it's a vertical angle. Okay. How about A and C? What's special about them? Jared?
They're both vertical angles.
They're both vertical angles, so A and C will be equal to each other. And what are they equal? Give me the equation. Don't give me the actual number. 180 minus 112. We have a straight line, right? Between A, or between B and C. They're both on the same side of this straight line. So they are a linear pair. They add up to 180. So 180 minus 112 is equal to 68, right? Yeah. 68 degrees. So everybody see where we got 68 and 112?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to take 30 seconds, talk with your partner, figure out A in the next picture.
Find out. So the whole thing equals 180 plus 38 is 50. It's 50. 15 plus 38. $127? Or 117?
You have to add up 15 and 38 minus 180.
Okay, yeah, 127. My bad. You've been drawing eyes and such over there. You draw a triangle? That's an equilateral triangle. Own or for? Now, are you stacked? Are you stacked? I think you should be stacked.
All right, what do you guys think A is? Go for it.
127.
127. Okay. How'd you get 127, Grace?
I took 15 and 38 and I added them together and subtracted it from 180.
Okay. So you have a straight line here, right? You know that that's 180 degrees. And that equals 15 plus A plus 38. You can combine these two and you get 53. So A plus 53 equals 180. Subtract 53. Get A equal to 127. Anybody have any questions? Awesome. Okay. About this next one, anybody have any ideas on that? Take a couple minutes, talk to your partner, work out how to find A, B, C, and D.
Okay, so
is
Maggie, B is obviously 43, so it's parallel to the other one. D is 70, so yeah, 80. So 140 plus 80, 220. 220 minus 360 is 140. Okay, so with angles C and A, we have to split that up into 140 degrees. So 140 divided by 4 instead of 2. We have to do this one. You have to do the other one?
Yeah, but there's 2 on.
That's just one.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, what do you guys think? How'd you start it? Abby?
B is a vertical angle of 40.
Okay. So since B is a vertical angle of 40, it is also 40. What'd you do next, Abby?
And then 70 is the vertical angle of B.
So that's also 70. Okay. How about, who else has the next step? Katie, what do you think? Your name's Katie, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Casey, sorry. Yeah, Casey.
about A or?
Yeah, so what do you know about A and C?
Well, the thing, like, the A, the whole side is equal to 70, isn't it? Because of,
So you're saying that is 70?
yeah,
Yes.
and then you divide that by 2 and give each of them, like, which is 35, so each is 35.
Yep, exactly. So what you did is, if you look at here, you have a line, right? Straight line. So those are all supplementary angles. They add up to 180. You take 180, subtract 70, and subtract 40. That would be, that would leave you with 70. So then you know that these two angles together equal 70. And then C is a vertical angle with that. And A is a vertical angle with that. So what's our transfer property tell us? Nicole, what's the transfer property tell us? That what?
That's equal 180.
Not quite. Anybody help me pull up? Transfer property. Transitioning. If something equals a middle part and the middle part equals something else, then what do you know about it? Jared?
They all equal the same thing.
They equal the same thing, right? So since this is congruent to that, and C is also congruent to that, then you know A and C are equal. So if you have A plus C equals 70 degrees, and you know that these are the same, you can just divide that by 2. A equals 35 degrees, and C equals 35 degrees. Thank you. Okay? Anybody have any questions on that?
So the answers are like 35 and 35.
So you have A, B, C, D. A is equal to 35. B is equal to 40. C is equal to 35 as well. Then D is equal to 70. Okay. What's another way you could have done this one?
Well, it's like kind of the same as your, I don't know. But, so you use the vertical angles, so
Mhm.
40 and 70, you got those, and then, 40 plus 70 at the top would be 110, and then the tick marks and like the rounded thing,
Mhm.
shows you that those two angles are like, same.
Yep.
So then, you'd have to take 180 minus 110, which is 70, and then 70 divided by 2, and that, so they're each 35.
So instead of using this line, you use that line,
Yeah.
and you know those are the same.
Mhm.
So then you do the same process basically. There's another way. I like that one. Yeah. You?
I did mine with just like reasoning. So you filled out the 70s and the 40s,
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 unknown values, and the whole thing adds up to 360 degrees all the way around. So
Everybody hear that?
70 plus 70 is 140, and 80 plus 80, 40 plus 40 is 80. So
Mhm.
those two are 220. So you take 360 minus 220, and that's 140. And there's 4 unknown values, so you divide 140 by 4, and it's 35.
I love it. Okay. So why did you know that those equal 360?
Because it's a circle.
Because it's a circle, right? So if you kind of do that, right? It's just a giant circle. You know that circles have 360 degrees. The other way you could look at it is there's 180 degrees on this side of that line, and there's 180 degrees on that side of that line. So there's lots of ways you can do these. But so yeah. Okay. How about the next one? How'd you start that one? Grace, what do you think?
The square thing, that is like 90, so that means B would be 90.
Okay. So V would be 90.
Then it says it's like a straight line, 8 to 90, and the angle of opposite is 90, and the vertical angle.
Right. So we have a line here, right? Like Grace said, we have vertical angles with V and the 90-degree angle, so you know that's a 90-degree angle. We have a line linear pair with B and A, so A is also 90-degree angles. Okay. Talk with your partner now and find C, D, and E.
You want me to do it?
So this one,
Wait, hold on. So this right now. So all equal 90, right?
C would be.
Problem I have, you're working right now. And I mean, I'm glad you're overachieving, but I understand.
Yeah, and these are vertical.
Minus 130.
And then
Yeah.
this is a straight line, so it has to be 180. And 48. And this one would be, so this will angle over here.
What'd you get?
And then-
148?
Not 148.
Yeah. You
And then
said-
these are vertical
Yeah.
angles.
But did you take the like, how this is 90, the inside is 90, so this had to be 42, right?
It
How did you
looks
figure out,
like,
48?
because this is a straight line, E, like this right here, and these are vertical angles, so this has to be 132, and this all together, this has to be equal 180. 150 plus 48 is 40, and then 48 and D are vertical angles, so this one has to be 48. And then this one's a straight line too, so 138 plus 42 equals 180. There's a 45, 46, or 48.
Okay. When you start nice. So B is 130, right? 43. There's another one. Yo, man.
What?
This one might be this last one. That's the top one. That's the top one.
Okay, what do you guys think here? What'd you get for C? Tell me your process, not the answer. Cole, what do you think?
actually knew it because I solved for the other ones first, and then
Okay.
triangle equals 180, so I just took 180 minus the other angles added together.
So you did E and D first.
Yeah.
Okay, so how'd you get E?
So 132 degrees is the vertical angle of that one.
Right, yep, they're vertical angles, so we have 132 degrees here.
So you have to take 180 minus 132, and that's 48.
How'd you get that?
Because
What?
it's-
Why 180 minus 132?
Because it's a supplementary angle.
Okay,
And then 48 degrees is a vertical angle of angle D.
okay. So you got 48 up here. And then you got 48 for here, right?
Yep. And then you take 180 minus those two angles combined.
And why is that?
Because a triangle is 180 degrees.
I like it. So triangles add up to 180 degrees, right? We have 90 and 48. So 180 minus 90 minus 48. We have 90 minus 48. That gives us 42. 42 degrees. Anybody have any questions on that? Okay. So for example 4, I want, okay, awesome. I want U6, so from Abby and Lakin up, or 5, there's not a person here, 5 to do number 1, Johnny and Gavin, and up to Cole and Casey, you do number 2 here, U4 and U2, do this one, and you last 4, do this last one, okay? Give you 2 minutes. Work as a team. So Jared, Maddie, and those two. You guys are all 4 in a group. Okay. No, and you two. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, team 1, what'd you guys get for B?
130.
130. How'd you get it?
180 minus 50 equals 130.
180, we have a straight line, linear pair, minus 50 equals the other part of the linear pair, B equals 130. Exactly right. Thank you guys. Team 2, what'd you get?
43.
43, how'd you get that?
Vertical.
Vertical angles, right? B is a vertical angle at 43 degrees. So the one above it is also 43 degrees. Okay. Team 3, what'd you guys get? 27. How'd you get 27?
It's 90 degrees, so you just do 90 minus 63.
Minus 63. B equals 27 degrees. Okay? And team 4, what'd you guys get?
X equals 20.
X equals 20. How'd you get x equals 20?
So it's a vertical angle, so the overall equals 62. 62 equals 2 plus 3.
Okay? And
Minus
then,
3.
yep. 3x equals 60. X equals 20. Subtract a 2 here. Subtract 2 there. Okay? Do you have any questions? Okay. So, do you guys feel pretty good about these, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's just do this one then. Okay? Work on this one with your partner.
This is so easy. This one.
Honestly, yeah.
The 2x plus 8.
I know that we're not, I don't have to calculate click, but that doesn't mean it's just like intolerable to somebody. I'm working with you because I want your work done. And making it more difficult for me is not worth it. Okay, we can do our own thing. Don't worry.
So it'd be 5x is equal to 155. Here's 30. So about 31. It's the same. Actually, seems like it should be. It is the same.
So 155 divided by 31, okay. Yeah, that's just.
Okay, how'd you guys start this one? Megan, how'd you start it?
Well, first I did 2x plus 8
Okay,
plus 3x plus 17 equals
So-
180.
2x plus 8 plus 3x plus 17 equals 180, you said, right? And how'd you get that?
Because it's a straight line.
Because it's a straight line. So these two angles are a linear pair. Solve that out, get 180 equals, combine like terms, you have 5x plus 25. Subtract 25. You get 155, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Equals 5x. Go by 5. X equals
11. I mean, not 31.
31.
So I-
So x equals 31. Are we done?
No.
No. What do we have to find yet? Y. So how do we do that? Christopher, what do you think?
For the second question,
For how do we find y?
for how do we find y?
Yes.
Well, we can't really find it out so quickly. We have to find x first on that. Okay. So what we could do is we could find the value of the angle on the top left, yes. And then if we do that, then it'll be the same as the bottom, as the angle with y in it. Find out like that.
Why is that?
Because they are opposite angles.
Opposite? Vertical. Thank you. So these are vertical angles, right? So we have x equal to 31. 2 times 31 plus 8 has to equal, I'm not going to have room, so let's just evaluate that first.
You're still in race mode.
Thank you. Okay, so 2 times 31, we have 62 plus 8, that equals 70 degrees. So then, since these are vertical angles, we know that 5y plus 15 has to equal 70. Okay? 5y equals 55, y equals 11. That's our other answer. Anybody have any questions? ready for homework?
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. Okay,